went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Cameron. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Faulkner able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Cameron working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 10. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Yeah, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, Cameron. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Cameron. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. On 3rd down. Faulkner, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Play action. Now Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, San Francisco.
Back to throw. Cameron. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Faulkner. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Operating from the gun. Cameron. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, Faulkner. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Looking to throw. Cameron. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk from 10 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
A really well-executed fade route offers little risk for the offense. If you throw it to the outside where only the receiver can get it, it's either a touchdown or an incompletion, but no big play for the defense.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They go play action here on 1st down. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time, because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he will lose lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. First down, here's the run with Martin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, Martin. And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. In trouble, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Flowers going to go in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, Cameron. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on third and long, Cameron. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Martin. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In motion right is Davis. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They run over center with Martin. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Niners hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cameron. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and in 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw again. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here come the Ravens. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll try the middle with Martin. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cameron. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, Cameron. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. And the Ravens taking the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up
Jackson now. And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Following the fumble recovery, Cameron. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Cameron.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw again.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That was certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. The Browns with an important win as they get their mark back to 2-2. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. C.J. Stroud, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the L.A. Rams.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Operating from the gun, Cameron. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Cameron. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive, Cameron. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
And he comes back with one complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Looking to throw. Cameron. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Operating from the gun. Cameron looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Martin. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run it again with Martin. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've been under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down now. Faulkner.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Cameron, slant pass. It's Ferguson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
And the 49ers first down.
Back to throw. Cameron. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake. Cameron. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Cameron.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the pistol, they'll run with Martin. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
It's 2nd and 8.
They go play action with Jackson.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 63 And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brings up second and a yard at the 28-yard line.
On second down, it's Weaver. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. They'll run on first down. Faulkner.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Up the middle they go. Faulkner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
67 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. And almost but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Now a give right side.
Weaver. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 33. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They need 2. Here's third down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 18 yards, first down, Niners.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Cameron. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On third down, Cameron. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Martin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's complete to Martin. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action now. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll run for it. Martin. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. And quickly, they get to the line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Cameron. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 13, a little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Fighting through, and he's got space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Out. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd down.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Throwing, Jackson.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Cunningham.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here's 1st and goal. Now Jackson.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And they will take a knee here. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for San Francisco, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like work for 10K all cause it is 10 gamers. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights. Hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they be like, see the crowd going air, they be like, so I stepped on stage, they be like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they be like, ooh yeah. Raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the f*** you think a day is. But hey, what about the So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah,
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Got some go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that.
Man, they even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. Only jumped in the front seat to play with the speakers. Let them mic blast, stretch my bands. Plus when I stop at my customized vans. Plush like brush like plus I got them up. Plus size pen them every truck. I hop out the roof. Yeah, dime on my left wrist and she got the flu. Yeah, watch look like checks mix is post up be blue. She know it's 2 seats so she leave her best friends. Bust down my dad face. Your chain is a necklace.
Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, that this go that, sis go that, this don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me.
I had to hit my designer for sneaks. Double dip mine in the bleach. I'm blocking for sure. I'm popping down Miami Beach. Pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the orange shit. Beach at my mouth, but I can't see me walking there. I'm with my Tesla, but it ain't no charge of that. I call up Cohen, Brianna, and parking the top box seats. I'm watching Archer, they cop like stop right next to my block and trust fund. Beat, I might drop that hips on the stallion and Doja her top half, 2300 on the horse and I'm Mike. Switching out the character, the strippers like Tigers.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
you tried it. You say you love me like you love him, you lying. You know your worth for what it's worth, I could buy it. We'll say it's lonely at the top, but I'm biased. Because I'm only at the top, but you tried it. You say you love me like you love him, you lying. You know your worth for what it's worth, I could buy it. We'll say it's lonely at the top, but I'm biased.
Got some go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, that this go that, sis go that, this don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Yeah.